Good morning, ABC Medical Center. My name is Tracy. I am the CEO here. To the people that are brand new to ABC Medical, welcome. I want to begin with first starting to introduce myself. My name is Tracy Williams, and I began working at ABC Medical Center probably about 3 months ago. When this all started, one of my biggest goals was to sit and talk to people that work here, doctors, medical assistants, schedulers, a whole variety of people that work here, because my main concern was I want to see what the pros and cons of working at ABC Medical is. There were a number of cons. There were a lot of pros, but I will say that here at ABC Medical Center, I am greatly impressed with the way that people work as a team here. It blows my mind, and I'm so proud to say that I work here. Now let's start off with a con. One of the biggest cons that I noticed at ABC Medical Center was a huge disconnect with the EHR system that we currently have. There were a lot of issues with scheduling. For instance, we had the schedulers who would schedule appointments and they'd go back the next day, and the patients that they know for a fact were scheduled were no longer on the schedule. So for some reason, the EHR system was dropping scheduled patients, which is huge. It's so important that we stay on schedule, not only for us, but for our patients. Another one was the time that we spend calling patients to schedule appointments, reminder calls, getting new demographic information, stuff like that. And I found myself thinking, well, if we're having such a huge issue with our EHR system, maybe we should get a new EHR system. So I began shopping for a new EHR system about 2 months ago. I want to let you know that I have thoroughly investigated all of the EHR systems that I could possibly fathom in my head. All the pros, all the cons, all the things that we were going to be using it for, and I ended up coming up with Athena Health. Now, Athena Health, I have discovered, is exactly what I believe our medical center needs. They are not a huge EHR system, but probably right in the middle. I will say that they work with a wide variety of medical centers. They work from huge hospitals down to just a single primary care office. And one of the biggest things that I found myself looking and researching was something where everything was integrated all into one. And with Athena Health, I have found it's called Athena One. So it's all into one. They have Athena Clinicals, they have Athena Collection, Athena Communicator, and Athena Coordinator. So the Athena Clinicals is exactly what it says. It's the clinicals. It's the appointments. It's everything from scheduling the appointments to calling the patients 2 days ahead of time from their appointment to remind them of their appointments. So we will no longer be responsible for having to do reminder calls, which is huge because then we won't have to take away from our schedulers from their tending to the patients, checking in, checking out, and they'll be able to spend more time with the patients, which is fantastic because we're all about patient care. Let's see. One of the other biggest things is the Athena collector. So Athena Collector is huge. It's extremely important. What it does is it will remind you when you need to collect a copay when you go to check in a patient. It will also do insurance verifications. So we will go to that patient, we will click on the patient, we'll click on the insurance and do a quick insurance verification. We don't have to make any more phone calls to the insurance companies and spend all this extra time checking benefits when all we have to do is press a button and Athena Collector will go ahead and check the insurance benefits. I think this is huge, and I think that this will benefit us greatly. We will no longer have to worry about having one single person or even 1.5 people do a insurance benefit verifier the day before we have patients coming in. Also, they will also we'll put in that we need a referral for a certain provider. And they will go ahead and they communicate with that certain provider and send it over. All we have to do is fill out the referral form, which is fantastic. Another huge thing that they have is they have an automated school and camp form where you just have to put the patient information in and it'll print out. So we no longer have to worry about physical forms for kids, for sports, for camps, stuff like that. It's a very quick turnaround. From the time that they come in, they'll be leaving with their physical form. So the providers will no longer have to spend time after work filling out all the forms. It's awesome. Let's see. Athena Communicator. So, Athena Communicator is another important thing that I thought would be very beneficial to ABC Medical Center. Athena Communicator lets the patient communicate with our medical office without having to have us call us. You could use a computer, you could use a phone, you can use a tablet. You just go on our website, but first off, we need to get permission from the patients. We need to have them sign, the HIPAA forms, the approval forms that we're able to do this. Once they sign that form, they'll be able to, there's a couple of click downs. You go to the communicator, then you click down, you go to, they can communicate with the schedulers, they communicate with the medical assistants, or they can have the choice of even communicating with their providers. So all of those things are through the drop down through Athena that we'll be able to use. And then once they choose that, they'll be able to choose why they're wanting to communicate with that certain person. And then we have 24 hours to be able to get back to that patient. Now, we do let them know that it's going to be it could be up to 24 hours before we're able to get a hold of them. But it'll free up some of the phone call questions, some of the calls to the schedulers, some of the questions that they would be calling the medical assistants for, just via the messaging center through Athena Communicator, which is fantastic. Let's see. So the importance of peripheral technology. Let's go through this. One of the biggest things through peripheral technology is that we want to make our patients' lives easier. 9 out of 10 patients have a smartphone. So I figured if we can come up with some certain phone apps for them to be able to use and look at, it would be very beneficial to them. They'll have it right on their phone. Everybody carries their phone everywhere. So I went and I did some more research on some phone apps. And I looked into some health record apps, and I looked into some let's see, one of the most important things is we have our patients that want to quit smoking. So smoking cessation apps. I gathered a bunch of apps. Of course, they're all free. And so I'm going to name a few. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up sending you guys a whole booklet that has all different apps that we could use. It's going to be an attachment form, and it's going to be to everybody that works here at ABC Medical. So it'll make it easier for you guys if you want to print it out and make a little cheat sheet to keep in your pocket. If you guys even want to like print out for the patients like a little pocket one to hand out to them so that they can pick which one to download to their phone that's going to work best for them. Because although there are different apps, of course there's different things that have to do with the apps. So with the smoking cessation app, there's one that's called My Quit Coach. There's also one that's called Cessation Nation. There's also one that's called Smoke Free. And then there's one that made me laugh and I thought it was pretty funny. It's called Get Rich or Die Smoking. So all of these things are different apps. Some of them just track your progress, and some of them even give you a type of game that you can play while you're having that need to want to do something with your hands to keep you busy to get you through that craving, which is awesome. Another one is for the health record apps. So we have one called Airstrip, CareAware Connect, Patient Keeper, and lastly there's one that's called MedTech. It's an ambulatory EHR system. All of these are different apps, again, that you can download on your phone, which is fantastic. So with that said, I don't want to keep you guys any longer. To the people that are brand new, please know that I have an open door policy. You guys are more than welcome to come in. If you have questions, if you have issues, concerns, please come in. And I'll do my best to answer any questions. I'll do my best to work on whatever issue you may have. And again, with the Athena EHR system, I know that I've raved about it, but it's huge. I think it'll benefit our medical center more than anything, and it's easy to navigate through. There's also a couple of things that you can go on through Athena that'll teach you different tricks and different things that you can do to make it easier to navigate also. I guess that's it for today. I will send that email with the attachments for the phone apps. And like I said, please come in if you have any questions. And to the new people that just started at ABC Medical, please don't hesitate to come in and introduce yourself. I would love to meet you. Have a great day, guys. God bless.